The challenge is to see which is the best art tip, so let's get started.
The reason you struggle drawing dynamic poses is because you're using the wrong reference. Instead, use Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
This is because he's always in very dynamic poses, and his super tight suit makes it easy to identify all the different muscles and body parts. You can see all I'm doing here is breaking down the body into basic shapes using circles and cylinders. Pro, just trust me, use Spider-Man. And if you're also just looking for longer art...
Yeah, no. Alright, guess we're gonna draw Spider-Man. Coolio. This hack was actually harder than I thought, since Spider-Man is very muscular and has a suit that's skin tight, so you will have to know anatomy. Now I know anatomy, right, but the thing is, the pose was a bit hard, and I was having a hard time with the face. It ended up turning out like this. Yeah, not the best. Guess I gotta practice anatomy more. Next tip.
Art tip. Too lazy to draw the other arm? Just draw one, then taste it.
I had my suspicions about this tip, but I decided to try it out anyways. So I went into Krita and drew this pose to give it a try. Now copy and paste, and it kinda worked. This tip kinda depends on the pose that you're going for, and you'll have to use a lot of the transform tool if you want it to work.
This is the XYZ of drawing clothing. Say you have a fabric going along a cylinder like an arm. The shadow of the fabric will create dark shapes that make XYZ appear in the highlighted area. You can see them clearly appearing here. So the next time you go to draw clothing, remember the XYZ. I just dropped in.
So this tip, if it works, will help me immensely with drawing folds. So I tried it out, and to my surprise it actually worked. Then I started to look around. I started to notice that even my own clothing had these types of folds. Now this does only work with
zigzag
folds, but that's okay because that was the fold I was struggling with. Make sure to keep in mind the three-dimensionality of the fold, since folds are more like mini hills, not lines.
Learn how to draw a wolf cut. First draw an upside down ramen bowl. Then you want to draw two S's on both sides. Let's mark the hairline around here. First draw a McDonald's logo, then connect it to the ramen bowl. So the direction of the hair is like this. Now just draw a bunch of bananas following the arrow. And on the ends, just draw mini bananas. Do the same for the other side. For the lower part, draw an S on both sides again, then draw mini bananas at the end. Okay, so far she looks kinda bald, so let's add sideburns here, and then some bangs. Let's color real quick, shade the lower parts like this, and add random stray hair to make it more emo. Lastly, just airbrush a light color like this. Right, now let's add details.
Now I also had suspicions of this tip because, well, it's cooling. But then I actually tried it out, and surprisingly it worked. Pretty alright. Now yes, I did have to make some adjustments, and I did kinda get carried away in doing a painterly style, but all in all, this was a pretty good tip. Although she didn't really specify how to draw it from different angles. Now all in all, the best tip from these 4 art hacks has got to be the drawing folds one. I feel like this tip helps immensely with people who struggle to draw folds like I do. And I feel like, not that the other tips were bad and all, but it's just that this was the best out of all of them. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and yeah, peace. I never say peace in my outros. The heck?